Hey guys, Zollard here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the DC Comics Multiverse Rookie Wave 3-part. If you get that reference, good for you. This is best figure of the wave. I mean, it's a dude with a skull mask and a black hood cape thing and a bunch of spikes, so not too shabby. I will say right now, I'm pretty sure this is the guy who inspired the creation of the Phantasm from Batman animated series. Just a hunch, but yeah, he's really cool. Comes with two really gnarly accessories. We'll get to those in a minute. But articulation, his head does rotate left and right, and it does like have a bit of attitude in it. You can rock it slightly, so it allows you to get that little extra bit of movement you wouldn't be able to get otherwise if it was just a swivel. So kudos. His ab crunch moves that far forward and then back just slightly. Oh, what the hell? There we go. That was bizarro. It got stuck for some reason. The shoulders will move out. Pretty decent. They all move forward and back, but they're kind of hindered by this big old plate there. Not really another way to do that. It's got bicep swivel, single joint at the elbow. Now the elbow looks super clean. Like, that's not bad. There's no rotation at the elbow. Just saying that right now before you go and try to move that. And then his hands are on swivels, but they also have hinges. Now if they could just put in a gosh darn ankle rocker, these things would be amazing. He's got a waist swivel, and if you're wondering about his ab crunch, why it looks so weird, he's got like armor, it looks like a rib cage. I was wondering the same thing, but there's really no other way he could do that. And then another thing he's got that most of the other DC Universe style figures don't have is these super clean hips. Look at that. Really, really good there. He's got a thigh cut that looks like crap. I'm trying to remember which one of these legs wanted to move more. It's this one, okay. He's got a hinge at the knee. It's not horrible, but it's not great. I say they should have went the same way they did with the elbow and had like the spike thing up here. And then this. But again, they're doing this weird, like, this one's a little loose. But it was like that when I got him. Oh, this knee wants to move, but you see these little bits here, they're a little floppy-doppy. They don't exactly, they're not great. I don't care for this at all, really. This pinning the lower leg into the hinge of the knee. It seems like an overcomplicated design and just doesn't really work out. That and, you know, these things could wear and tear and, you know, snap and break. Looks like they're doing the same thing for the ankle, too. But the ankle doesn't really move all that much. Does it move anymore on this side? Yeah, not really. Doesn't have a lot of give on it. So, I would say don't screw with the ankles and be careful with the lower legs. Move them slowly, like this, and kind of bend this piece up a little bit, or bend this piece back so it's closer to the thigh there. That's probably the best way to do it. I mean, there really is no other way to do it without breaking the damn thing, so Not the best design for the legs, but I kind of starting to get used to that because that's how it is with this entire wave. But he does have a couple of extra things here that we need to address right away. And that is, wait for it, these big arse sickle hands, and those are really flippin' sweet. And they're not made of bubblegum. I'm surprised. These are really sharp too. I mean, they're dull tipped, but they're pretty sharp. These little spike dads on the ends, they're pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. I've stabbed myself with this figure. So, to say the very least, he is pretty radtastic with these. So, definitely displaying him with these. The hands are nice for what they are, but when you give them, you know, these big arse sickle hands, you really don't need to give them the other ones, but you have the display options, which is nice. Multiverse is pretty decent with accessories when it comes to sometimes the hands and the unmasked heads nowadays. They seem to be learning some things from Marvel Legends just so they can keep up. But this figure, I'm telling you right now, is one of the better figures of the year that they have made, along with the King Shark. So, not too shabby there. But, size comparison with Thomas of Duke here. This dude's not small either. I mean, this dude is, but this dude's taller than the Batman I just reviewed, so not too shabby. You're getting your bang for your buck here. Completely new mold, and he's got some size to him. So I'm giving this guy 10 out of 10 despite the small problem I have with the legs. That's a minor thing, and if you do it nice and steady, you're probably not going to snap it, you know, knock on wood. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, I will catch you guys later. Don't fear the Reaper. Yes, you will.